I want to go to a very interesting question. Billy writes, Dr. Brown, a short while back, I heard you on the radio talking about angels having sex with human women, resulting in giants here on earth. I asked you earlier if Matthew 22:30 applied. I take that scripture to mean angels are sexless and therefore could not father children with women. Therefore, in that context, Jesus is saying that the angels don't marry and have children, and that we in the age to come will be like the angels. Billy had not gotten a response to his previous question, so sent it in once again. So, Billy, great question, and I appreciate it. How can I say, and other biblical teachers say, that Genesis 6, the sons of God took the daughters of men for their wives, and they had children, and these were the Nephilim, this race of giants apparently, and this mixed breed that seems to be one of the reasons, a major reason that God wiped out the earth in Noah's day. How can I read the text to say that when angels apparently are sexless? When angels do not have the biological capability. Remember, this is not some mystery how a human being is conceived or how other creatures are conceived. You've got the male having the seed and the female having the egg. And it would seem from what Jesus is saying that angels weren't made to do that. If angels weren't made to procreate, then certainly that would not be part of their makeup or their DNA. So how then can I read Genesis 6 in that way? Could it be that the sons of God means the godly line, the descendants of Seth, and the daughters of men means the ungodly line, the descendants of Cain? No, I don't see that at all. I don't see that as possible. I don't see that as a fair reading of the text. The contrast between sons of God and daughters of men, it's putting these divine beings in contrast with these human beings. You say, well, then how could it happen if angels don't have that capacity? What must have happened is that these angels were able to take on human form. I know it all sounds bizarre to us, but there are many things in the Bible that sound bizarre that we know to be true. Either the angels took on human form, or the angels were somehow able to inhabit human bodies in some way that created some type of mixture, and hence what was produced between them and the women was some type of monstrosity. Some even believe, like Professor Michael Heiser and others, that what happened is that even after the flood, these things were still happening. That's why you read about the Nephilim, the Anakim, the Rephaim, apparently these races of giants, and they seem to be largely targeted in Israel wiping out the Canaanites. So many believe, it's a minority, but they believe that they were specifically targeted because of the great evil and because they were a mixed breed and therefore were to be exterminated even down to babies and children. But again, we don't believe that angels in themselves have the power to procreate. At least I don't believe that based on Scripture. I read it the same way you do. But apparently, in times past, they were able to take on human form or inhabit human bodies and then actually marry, take wives, that's what it's referring to, marry and produce children. But these children were monstrosities in God's sight, and one of the reasons he destroyed the earth in Noah's day.